Hello people of the YouTube world, this is Midget, and I'm back with another Dragon Ball Z video, this time with commentary, and I will be calling this video a how to play, all that stuff and whatnot, you know, what to do, what to sort of do in neutral, how to properly space, all that good stuff. I will try to do it to the best of my abilities. Okay, so just to get your basics out of the way, Dragon Ball Z Fighters, well, I kind of worded that wrong. I take that back. Dragon Ball Z Fighters has the has your basic fighting game material, like you know, backdash, forward dash, walk back, walk forward, crouch, jump up, you know, all that stuff. But since this is an anime game, Arc System Works games, you get an air dash, excuse that, you get a backdash, but you gotta manually put in backdash. You can't just do I like to use R2 for my forward dash, because when you jump up, you get like these instant dashes right after you jump. So I like to put in R2. But of course, if you're fast enough, you can always put in the double input, but you see there, I'm terrible at it, so that's why I don't do it. That's why I was doing. Sorry, that was a mess up. But yeah, something like that. Manual backdash, you actually have to put it in. I don't mind that actually. Double jump, and that's about it. Now, actual Dragon Ball mechanics. Besides good old Broly here, he has command grab. But your grab in the game is, of course, you know, Dragon Rush. You get a combo off of that. It scales though. Get Air Dragon Rush too, so if your opponent's jumping, you catch them in the air with the Air Dragon Rush, and that is essentially your grab in the game. You could be upfront about it. Don't spam it because you can get punished. There's a lot of end lag on there. But you can be pretty discreet about it, like adding your assist, and I'll get to that in a minute. And then doing a block string and then throwing that right at the end of your assist. You know, so a little example would be, excuse me. Let's set the computer to guard all, right? Little block string, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this, and then, and then, you know, I kind of messed that up. 1, 2, 3, and then you can do it right at the end of your block string. You have a super dash. Super dash is not safe at all, unless you like throw an assist over there. So you do Goku, and then, you know, you can do that. But you just can't. You can't just super dash on anybody because you can easily get down heavy. So like if I set Nappa super dash at me, this is what happens to Nappa if he tries super dashing. You kick the shit out of the guy. You know, you do a down heavy. That's your anti-air for that. Another thing, vanish. Vanish, not safe. So set Nappa to doing it. Sorry, I messed that one up. I messed that one up too. Sorry about that. There you go. A bit more harder to punish. But still not safe. This game you have auto combos. So let me set Nappa back to not guarding. You press square, that would give you your auto combo, and then if you continue it, you can press square 6 times, you get a full auto combo. Broly has a very good auto combo, in my opinion, because the last one is not even a hit, it's a grab. and he reaches out very far. I think it can stop even super dash too. So if I set Nappa to super dash at me, and oh damn, I wasn't even recording it. You set Nappa to super dash at me, and you save the action. Now what if I blocked it? 1, 2. Oh damn it! I didn't time it right. Something like that. Something like that. You know. It's a very good auto combo. All the auto combos vary, obviously. But you have an auto combo with triangle, which gives you a super at the end. So I'm just matching medium. That's Broly's. I don't believe there's an auto combo with circle. It's just heavy and then dash and then heavy. Yeah, that's not really an auto combo. Auto combo is okay for this game, but you can't just win off auto combo. There's way better combos than that. You know, there's way better combos than just doing your standard auto combo. You know, because it leads to way more damage, way more Oki on knockdown. You know. Sliding knockdown and stuff like that. It leads to way more setups. Here you have your Kai Blast. Everybody has their everybody has a Kai Blast. Some Kai Blast varies. Like Gohan's is not really a Kai Blast. He's like he stands up and he shoots like this this giant gust of wind at you. It's pretty neat. Broly's is okay. But Broly's doesn't cover everything in front of his body. It just kind of like shoots out. So like tiny characters can like they can just stand there and not get hit. Like 18 for example. Well, let me see. Wait, can this hit 18? Well, okay. Well, it's big enough. But you said 18 to crouching, I believe. Crouch. Goes right over her head. So yeah, it's decent, but there are better ones. Kai Blast can be super dash through, so you can't just full screen spam this.
That's surprising.
So if I said her through super dashing, that will stop my Kai Blast. Oh, let me do it again. You know, yeah, you see that in my Kai Blast, and you know, so it doesn't work. You can, there are other versions of the Kai Blast, using the key, you know, which is X. If you input the Hadouken motion, you get different things. You get different variations of the Kai, so it's like it's very unique for everybody. So Broly gets like his fucking, I don't know, he just puts this ball of energy in your gut and he like fucking explodes. It's fucking awesome. So yeah, that's a little animation to it. That's the cinematic. But if I do it from right here, it does less damage. But if I'm up close, it does more damage. About the same amount of knockback. So the next thing I want to get to is assist. Assist is a very big mechanic for the game, and almost guarantees like 95% of the time a guaranteed win, depending on which assist that you have. Right now I have Goku, which is the beam assist is probably one of the best assists in the game. So Goku and Goku Black both have this. These are by far one of the best assists in the game, because you can't super dash that assist. Great for combo extending, great for spacing. Doesn't exactly cover everything, but you're gonna have a hard time getting through that. I have Zamazu. You can't super dash through that. It's not as good as Goku's because it only hits once. Goku's hits like multiple times. So after Goku's, I can get my auto combo going. You know, chuck a little ass down there. So yeah, keep that in mind. Assists do vary. And assist in this game is very important, so don't be afraid to use them. Up next, want to get to switching in the game. There's multiple ways that you can switch. So if I set 18 into hitting me, we just do that, right? And then we save that action. If I'm blocking, you see how I do that guard cancel. So if I'm guarding, and then as soon as she makes contact with me, as I'm guarding, then you move forward and you press one of your assist buttons. I know that's probably one of the advanced ways to switch out, but either way, it's a great technique to use. It is punishable, so don't spam it. And then of course it uses one bar, so you use it wisely. But it's a great way to get out of pressure if you don't want to like sit here and take like a 50 hit block string. It's a great way to get out of the pressure, so keep that in mind. Your simpler ways to tag is, you know, just simply hold one of your assist buttons and your next character will come out. So there I held L1, Broly's back in. L2, there's Zamasu. And another way to do it, quick switching, it's kind of the same. It's not the same as holding down the button. If you move forward and use your attack button, then there'll be an insta switch. So opposed to me holding down the button and then it takes like a second, but if I move forward, it's an instant switch. So that's I believe those are your 3 ways in order to switch out. Also, dragon rushing. You can force out characters. You can force out your characters to your opponent's characters to switch. So if I do dragon rush and then I press one of my assist buttons, then that will force out whichever characters in that, and whatever characters that is within that next slot. So I'm pressing L1, here comes hit. If I press L2, I want Nappa, and here comes Nappa. Notice that there's an X over hit and Android 18. When that X is over them, that means that your opponent cannot switch, and he cannot use assist. And at that point, you can just go ham on that one character. You can start mixing them up. Their defense has to be on point at that point. But take advantage of that little mechanic. Another thing I want to get to is supers. So certain supers aren't safe. I think the majority of them aren't safe. There might be a few that are. I can't remember which ones they are. But for the majority of the part, supers aren't safe because you can always vanish a super. So if I have Nappa do that. Oh, I didn't record it, my bad. I have Nappa do that, then have Nappa do it again, and then you see I'm doing vanish, and that's how you can counter somebody just throwing out raw super, you know. So you can do it. It's just that I wouldn't recommend doing it more than half the match. Like maybe like a 20th of the match or something like that. Certain characters vary from hard knockdowns. Characters that have hard knockdowns, they're automatically good because they can get setups. Be it good setups, bad setups. Either way, it's a setup, and it's hella good. So try to look for characters that have hard knockdowns, like good old Zamasu right here. That's a hard knockdown, and you see how they're sliding like that. I can right on their wake up, instant dash, medium, right on their wake up. So yeah, keep that in mind. Now I'm going to get to one last section that I'm going to talk about, and that is how to get max damage in the game. Max damage, well, it depends on which characters you're using, but for the majority of the cast, how to get your max damage. So Usually when people start out, they use the square X. No, they use square, triangle, circle, and then square, triangle, circle. That's a very beginner combo. I recommend doing it if you're a beginner, and there's nothing wrong keeping that. Implementing in your mind. So it looks something like this. And super dash, and then it didn't work with Goku because for some reason it doesn't work with Goku. But doing auto combo, and you know, knockdown. There you go. But yeah, how to get max damage in the game? It's not as hard as many people think. It just all depends on your execution, but even then execution is not that hard. It really starts off with a down medium, stand medium. That's the easiest part. Down medium, stand medium. And after a stand medium, you can jump immediately. So that's called a jump cancel. You can jump cancel off of your stand medium. So jump. Down medium, standing medium, jump. That's half the battle. Well, I'm lying. I don't know. And then after that, stand medium. Down medium, stand medium, jump cancel. You can go right into light medium, and then down heavy. So it goes something like this. And then after that, down heavy, you super dash. And then after the super dash, you just saw me do it. You're gonna do another light medium, down heavy. And then remember, you have a second jump while you're in there. So you can use that for depending on which characters you have. Again, it still varies. That will determine what combo you get towards the end. So that's a very basic combo, but that's very good damage. That's 4,000. That's 4,000 off your opponent's health without using any bar, and that's max damage. There you go. That's how it goes. So if there's any confusion, you know, that's hopefully I've cleared it up. I should also get to two more mechanics of the game that I forgot to mention, which is your charging. I have 7 bars right now, but the longer you hold it, it will eventually give you to 7. It will get you to 7 bars. I don't recommend charging mid-game unless you got some type of setup. I think Zamasu was one of the few characters that has that benefit, because he can get pretty good damn setups, and he can just charge his key while if his setups are going on. But that's a story for another time. Charging in general, you're a sitting duck. And like, you don't want that to happen. If you're going to charge in this game, please back it up with an assist or something. So do that. Charge for a bit, get some ki. Having meter in this game is essential, but although that's good in a weird sense, I just don't recommend doing it mid match, because it's fully punishable. You're a sitting duck, you can't do shit about it, and you gotta hold the combo. The only way you can get out of it is your opponent sucks at comboing. But yeah. The last mechanic I'm gonna get to is sparking. Sparking can be used with all 3 characters, 2 characters, or even 1 character. It varies from damage. So if you use it with all 3 characters, you will get a damage boost, that's for sure. And you will get a damage boost, but it won't be max damage. So if I can show another example. So you see here I'm at level 1 sparking, right? Then it goes from level 2, level 3. So let me do this. I did a Kamehameha 1318. Reset it. Let's go right here. 1318 again. Okay, you know what? Scratch that. It varies on how long it lasts. I don't know how long it lasts for all 3, but I know it lasts a very short time. So it's like if I press it, and you know that it will run out if the character starts flashing up on the top left corner. Yeah, you see Goku. Yeah, it only lasted a good maybe 15 seconds. This one lasts longer. This one lasts a bit longer. I think it doubles. I think it doubles the amount of the first one, and then it gets another multiplier from the third one, which lasts the longest. And once you have one character left and your sparking gets stronger, it regenerates health too, and it regenerates health pretty damn fast. And so I would recommend, if you're gonna kill somebody with like a level 3, like Goku's for example, make sure that it kills. Make sure that you use your meter in a way that it will kill, because if they have sparking on, then they'll just regain all that health back. A few other things about sparking. A lot of people get like this empty vanish like that instead of it actually attacking. Well, I figured that out. When you hold down triangle and circle, you get an empty vanish. And what that is for basically mixing up your opponents and combo extender. So I'm over here, and then I can get a forward dash, and then I'm right in your face just like that. So it's like, I didn't do it right. And you know, and you backdash. You know, it's a pretty damn good mix-up. Holding down this, you know, getting an empty vanish is pretty damn good. And then it also leads to combo extensions while you're in the air. So you go back to the max damage thing. There you go. How do you like that? So yeah. Also, I'm keep leaving out stuff, but I keep remembering. So thank goodness. This is an overhead. If you do forward medium or forward triangle, because I'm on PlayStation, forward medium, it gives you an overhead. It's a very slow overhead, but it can be used into your mix-up game. So you can always go from a low to overhead, low overhead, or you can go high like this, high, low again, and then I'm sorry, I messed that up. High, low, high. You know, something like that. I'm not giving the best examples, but that's a tiny example of how to mix up your opponent. So you can always mix it up a bit, you know. I think it's neutral on block, so it depends on whose jab is faster. Goku has a decent jab. It's neutral on block, so it's not punishable, but nor your plus. So you know, it's 0-0. It's 50-50. It all depends on whose jab, I guess, is faster. You know. And like I said, I keep leaving out mechanics. Let me bring up the reflect mechanic too. Reflect. So this is performed by doing back X, or back S, or using your key blast, I should say. Reflect is good. It's not great, but it's good. Reflect can reflect everything. It can reflect physical hits. So if I have Nappa do that, then hold on, I wasn't even recording. Okay. If I have Nappa do that, and I totally flooped that up. And I messed it up again. Alright, hold on. Oh, wait, there you go. There you go. It pushes them back a little bit. And then after reflect, a good follow-up from reflect could either be vanish, or it can be stand heavy. So keep that in mind. Reflect can also reflect Ki Blast, and he's not the greatest example for that. Actually, I should restart that. God. Oh boy, oh boy. So Ki Blast, right? That. So I have her do that, right? And then, no, and I fuck out of here with that gay shit, you know. So with Android 18, she can throw a Destructo Disc. Even then, you can still reflect that. So, you know, it won't be sent back, but you take no damage at all, and yeah, reflect is punishable because it doesn't necessarily hit your opponent. It's just for attacks that are on contact. So if I just do this, then she can obviously hit me. So keep that in mind. Don't spam it, but use your reflect. It is good. Reflect is also damn good because it can reflect supers as well. So we have Android 18, and I still didn't record it. So, and there you go. And save the action, and damn it, I was too late. Never mind. There you go. There you go. It can reflect supers and level 3s as well. So keep that in mind. And with that being said, I'm going to end it here on my Dragon Ball tutorial. Might do more if this gets a few likes, you know. If I missed anything, please tell me about it. And I hope that I explained everything to the best of my abilities. So with that being said, thank you for watching. Please leave a like. Please subscribe. Please comment down below. And I'll see you next time.